What's up, YouTube? It's the Hood Trucker Fitness channel where we talk about everything fitness. Uh, what I've been battling over the past several weeks is the fact that I like candy. Sugar's good. However, I was trying to justify, I guess you could say, eating candy bars. Go figure. To be honest with you, I had to go through, I had to call the DUI one time, and I had to go through a, not, and I've also caught a drug case into which I had to go to a drug program. So I have a little experience in talking about drugs, drug rehabilitation, and relapse. I'm going to tell you, I've never felt so much like a drug addict until I started to lose weight. It's like I've found myself pulling over on the road, on the freeway, no matter what the circumstances are, to pull over and double park my big truck. I drive an 18-wheeler, double park where I'm not supposed to be parking, to like get a McFlurry. Sugar is extremely addictive, especially when you're talking about Skittles, good, Reese's Pieces cups. I used to go and get a bag like for $5. Get the cinnamon bears. Love those. I used to get the worms, the sweet and sour worms. Oh, they're so good. I forgot what they call them, but they're like in a crazy color bag and they look crazy. But what else? Let me reminisce. Chocolate milk. What else? I mean, a lot of different candies. A lot. I mean, Whoppers. I used to get those. I miss those days. But again, it's like drugs, man. I mean, sugar is like a drug. I mean, I was doing Uber one time, and I picked up this lady from, I think she was from Britain somewhere, and she said the greatest thing the thing that she liked most about United States was the cereal. They don't sell sugary cereals over there. She said she loved the cereal. I mean, listen. If you can like take sugar, which is like a commodity that's been grown like forever, and you can find it almost anywhere. Sugar cane and all these different things. They have what's the fake sugar? Fructose or high fructose corn syrup. That's the bad one. But that's the one. But I watched this sugar documentary, and ever since they invented high fructose corn syrup, the obesity rate has skyrocketed. Now, am I a victim of this myself? Absolutely, but just from my experience, and I'm on a fitness journey, and other than pictures, I'm going to share everything about my experience. I had a real problem with sugar, and I still do, because I would love to go out and get a candy bar right now, like a 4-pack of king size Reese's Buttercups. I would love to do that. I'm not doing that, because, I mean, ultimately you have to think about, okay. And I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger say this. He said, are you going to let this short-term gratitude, or not gratitude, gratitude is not the word, but, satisfaction, get in the way of your physique? And the way he was explaining it was like, get in the way of him winning Mr. Olympia and all that. I'm not trying to do all that, but sugar is like crack. Sugar is the devil. Seriously. Sugar is the number one reason why people are big. That's my opinion. I haven't done any research, but the reason why I've come to that conclusion is because, again, I used to double park my 75 feet, 75-foot vehicle to run into McDonald's and go get a McFlurry, because I was craving sugar. I would be contemplating whether or not I wanted to stop at a truck stop to get some sugar, to candy or whatever, if I ran out. Against, whether or not I want to be late to the shipper or receiver. I mean, that was a real thing. Like, do I have time to stop? If I don't have time to stop, will they trip if they stop and I'm a few minutes late? Sugar is crazy. So, over the past few weeks, I'm going to tell you this. There was this one particular day. I mean, I've been fighting it for a long time, saying, well, I could still eat my candy bars and stuff like that. I just need to put more emphasis on cardio. That was, I mean, the only thing you can really do is apply it to drugs. And I've been the 12-step program. That was that thing, like, trying to come up with any justification whatsoever to justify not doing the right thing, because you feel guilty and you want to have some type of reasoning or excuse for it. Somebody told me, or the relatively new adage from Lil Wayne, it ain't tricking if you got it. That's bogus. Tricking is tricking. You can't trick unless you got it. So therefore, if you say it ain't tricking if you got it, I guess you're trying to apply, if you have a bunch of money as opposed to a little bit amount of money, that it's not tricking. No. Tricking is tricking. It doesn't matter how much money you use. A trick. If you do a trick, use a trick. and you do trick stuff. So has nothing to do with how much money you have. Okay, but as it pertains to sugar and candy and stuff like that, I love it. But okay, so there was this one particular time where I was craving a massive amount of sugar. I was like, what they have is, I got a sweet tooth. That's what they say. And I resisted. I said, I'm not going to do it. So I went and got some yogurt and some, it was blueberry yogurt parfait. And it was a strawberry yogurt parfait. So in place of the Reese's Pieces Buttercups, I chose to eat the yogurt with the fruit in it. Not the level of satisfaction that I was looking for, but it satisfied me enough to where I wasn't really willing to, go out of my way to get any candy. Because wherever I stopped, it wasn't at a truck stop, and it was just one of those things. I mean, sometimes you don't get to stop at a truck stop. You got to pull over on the side of the off ramp or on ramp or whatever and sleep there. But this particular day, and I had been struggling with sugar like for weeks, knowing that I had basically come to the conclusion that certain candy were doing stuff to my digestive system, in that I was getting bloated. I was feeling really, really full all the time. And so I said, you know what? It's probably the sugar. I knew it was the sugar, but to let myself down a little bit easier than than somebody else who, like, for example, I let myself down more than a trainer would let me down, or not let me down, but you know what I'm trying to say. So it was like, okay, we're going to substitute this. And it wasn't that bad. And I woke up in the morning and I felt a little different. Now, I've been probably on a week's worth of that. I don't even know if you know what? I don't know if it's been a week. Could be, maybe not. Time goes by so fast nowadays. For me, it's just incredible. But let's say it's a week. I don't really have as much craving. Like right now, I like, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm sipping on a few things, and I don't have, like, I'm in Oklahoma. I don't have transportation. All I have is the truck. If it was easier, I'm sure. I don't even know if there's a liquor store around here. I think it was one on the corner. But I guess I could. I don't want to look like a crackhead though. That's the thing. So when I know it sounds crazy to associate sugar with being a crackhead, but if I do that, it actually helps me, because I don't want to be associated with being a crackhead. Because look, if you sip lean, and I was listening to Bootsy to where he said back in the day it was like $250 a pint, and now it's like $1,500 a pint or whatever it is. 2,000. I forgot what he said. He said 5,000 for the Act TV or Active or whatever it is. It's Act. They call it Act. He says $5,000 a pint. He said back in the day it was 2,000. Listen, Whether you drink it or snort it, it's the same thing. Whether you drink it, snort it, or smoke it, it's the same thing. You're still going to be addicted. And in my case, eat it. So if you drink it, sniff it, smoke it, or eat it, it's gonna have the same effect. I mean, you know, we're engaging in different drugs because, listen, if sugar or a candy bar, let's just say a candy bar. If a candy bar or let's go even a little bit step further. If a McFlurry is causing you to double park your truck so that you can get your hands on one, I mean, why is that different? How is that any different from drugs? I mean, yeah, McFlurry is only $3. If I ate 15 McFlurries a day, I probably wouldn't even want to eat McFlurries after that because it would just do so much damage in terms of, you know, being bloated and stuff like that. If I ate 15 McFlurries over the next 15 days, I mean, I might probably get by. But the point I'm trying to make is those sugar companies that have, I mean, they got it locked in, and they only like I haven't seen any sugar-free candy bars yet, but they got sugar-free sodas, they got sugar-free this, they got sugar-free that. I don't know. Like, I don't know why they haven't touched the candy bars. You touch everything else except the candy bars. And I'm not sure why. But I'm sure there's a reason. So, I'm going to let y'all go. Because this got a little sugar. No, you know what? I'm on these. And I got 2 days off. And I'm sipping on a little stuff. I did this video for my other channel, but it's working. I'm just gonna say this. I talked all the stuff about comparing sugar to drugs, and I'm gonna end the video with this. The fact that I'm not indulging in as much sugar that I used to, meaning like go to the store, buy 3 to 5 candy bars at a time, plus a McFlurry, plus an ice cream here and there, plus. I'm feeling a difference. Can't really tell. And I'm not really I'm not really lifting my shirt up. But because I ain't ready yet. But I'm feeling a difference. I mean, I didn't know how ridiculously out of shape I was until I started to get back in shape. So, I mean, you know, that's usually the case. But I'm here to tell you that listen, I'm going to tell you all my failures. I'm going to tell you all my problems and all of that. Because not everybody, but some people have, parallel problems or problems just like mine, you know, as far as losing weight and stuff like that. I see people get on there and they say, I lost 100 pounds. The question is, you going to gain it back? Anybody can diet and lose 100 pounds. I'm going to tell you that right now. Anybody can. Anybody. But can you lose 100 pounds and keep it off for 6 to 12 months? That's the question. So I know that my particular situation, the number one key is sugar and squats. I've been doing squats every single day. Squats and crunches. Now, you might say, well, those crunches aren't real crunches because you're doing it from the bed. Somebody said that. Listen, anything's better than nothing. So, because you can't get a good squat, you can't get a good crunch, that you shouldn't do them at all. At all. Even if you do them wrong, you mean? So if you shouldn't do it even in a traffic jam where it's put you behind a couple extra minutes. And then when you get your extra, yes, that's what I'm saying. So, sugar ain't cool. With that, we're gonna start updating. I just been I've invested a few dollars in a few different things, and I've been trying to put it all together. Plus, my schedule is crazy, so haven't really. I think the last video I said I was going to do like a couple updates during the week too, but I haven't had a chance to do that. I mean, I've been focusing on my other channel, a ton of stuff. So we're gonna get it cracking though. So subscribe. Have a great day. Cheers. We still on the visiting journey. Even though we drinking a little bit. I cut out the sugars all week. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So with that, we're gonna talk to y'all next week, if not in the next couple of days. So we're gonna start boosting these videos up, and I gotta stop playing because I'm playing right now. I am, but not really intentionally, but like in a drug addict type of way. Sugar's drugs. Okay. So with that, we'll see you next week, and we're gonna start making more videos. But we're gonna see you next week for sure. Talk to you later.